Hey everyone, this is Dr. Glenn from the Carroll Institute, and today is going to be part one of a three-part series on the triad that produces autoimmune disease. Now, the three-legged stool, as Dr. Alessio Fasano calls it, are genetic predisposition, leaky gut, and some kind of a trigger. And if you'll hold with me just a minute, I'm going to switch you over to some graphics and I'm going to help you to understand this a little bit. All right, so here is one of the articles written by Dr. Fasano, where he starts to lay out the groundwork for what it actually takes to produce an autoimmune disease. Now, most doctors, we were taught that autoimmune diseases were strictly a genetic thing and there was nothing you could do about it. It was just a luck of the draw. But this is actually not true. And I've got a little graphic for you here, and what I want you to understand is what causes the perfect storm, or what actually will cause an autoimmune disease. The very first thing that has to happen is you do have to have a genetic predisposition. But unlike what we were taught, genetics only account for about 25% of who you are, the hardwired part. The rest is something called epigenetics, and I'm going to get to that in just a minute. The other leg of the stool is leaky gut, and we're going to go over that in the next lesson. And the third leg that will be our third video is what we call environmental triggers. And when you put these three things together, you get an autoimmune disease. Now let's talk about the genetic part of it. There's a new field in biology called epigenetics. And what actually is epigenetics? Well, let me explain it like this. Let's say this is a floor plan of your house. And what you'll see is that in each room, there is a ceiling fan drawn into the plan. Now, if you were to take the ceiling fans out of the rooms, that would change the floor plan. But these ceiling fans can be either turned on or turned off. You can walk into the room and turn the fan on, or you can turn the fan off, which means you have an influence over your genetic expression. That's what we call it. This is called your genetic expression. If you are the environment, then you can turn genes on and you can turn genes off. And one of the things that will produce an autoimmune disease is when you have a trigger. That's what we're going to talk about in the third video. Triggers can turn the genes on. And if we can find out what the triggers are, usually we can turn those genes off. Okay, this is Dr. Glenn, and I will see you in installment 2 of autoimmune disease. Bye.